I need to see those Ripper and Viper actions especially, but I mean, I'll take them all, honestly. But when the expansion comes out, I'm gonna stop that and focus on Viper. Oh, we're getting it. Okay, we're getting it. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna be level 100. They're just saying that, probably. Alright, go on. Show us the job actions. Oh, we're starting with Viper? Maybe? Oh, damn! That's gotta be the limit break, right? Yeah, level 100. That's gotta be the limit break. I think we've seen that in the benchmark trailer. Dragoon, okay. I think it was getting a rework, so let's see what the actions look like. I think we have that already. Yeah, these are the usual. Let's see what new ones we have. I do have Dragoon at 90, but I haven't used it in a while, so I might have forgotten some of the actions, to be honest. That's a new one, I think, but I think we've seen that in the benchmark trailer. Just pull out Nidhogg. It's probably the rotation that's gonna change more than the animations for some of them, I'm assuming. When they mention rework. Is there anyone? I don't think so. Yeah, that one I know. Okay. Okay, that one was oh, that's a new one, I think. We got more jumps. Pretty sure that was a new one. Paladin, okay. I do know what Paladin's actions look like. Oh, most of them at least. I might have forgotten a few. Okay. Paladin got the cool looking ones in Endwalker with all the swords kind of coming from the ground, like those huge swords. Is there anyone? I'm not sure. That's the typical heal. Actually not sure if that's a new one though. I feel like it is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there's that big sword. The multiple one is like a 3 combo, right? Yeah. Oh, that's a new one, I think. Okay, that was cool. All right. Warrior. I don't use the warrior. I actually have like level 30, so don't really know. I mean, I might have seen a few animations here and there, but I probably don't remember them. So, well, just watch and enjoy. Can't comment much on this because I don't know what was and what wasn't for the most part. And the Fell Cleaves. I'm most excited for Reaper and Viper. We need that. Actually, I need that. I don't know about you. I mean, everyone has their favorite jobs, right? Oh, okay, I don't remember seeing that. I feel like I would remember. That's probably new. Astrologian. I think it was getting a rework. I'm not sure if it's going to be on patch expansion, though, or if it's going to be later. I've never picked up. Actually, yeah, I've never picked up Astro. Right. It's the only job I've never even tried to pick up. So, like, I have no idea what it does. I know, like, the macrocosmos, like, the big animation, but that's, like, all I know about it. And the fact that it's a regen healer. There's the cards over here. Again, I have no idea what they were, so I don't know if it changed. Oh, wait, that was cool. Is that a new one? I can't remember a freaking galaxy showing up in an animation. Dancer, okay. I picked this one up, but I've actually, like, used it, like, once in a few fates and then didn't really try it again, so... I mean, I will eventually, but, yeah, I don't know much about it. I picked it up, I don't know if it was during an event or a quest line, and then I used it in those fates that we required. You had to do some fates or something, and then I just they don't use it anymore. Yet, and anyways. Oh, that's probably new. I mean, the last one should be like level 100 or something. Reaper, okay, let's go. Any changes? I know the Reaper animations. Yeah, that's not new. Also, that's a cool area. It's like that. That's new. Okay. I think those two are new. Could that be like Gallows and I forgot the other name, but like, oh, that's new, but I think we've seen it in the benchmark. Could that be like enhanced versions of it? I gotta look it up. I haven't seen the usual Gallows and the other animation, so that maybe that's just like an enhanced version of it. And then typical. Oh, that is new. That is cool as well. Wait, could that be? We'll look back afterwards. Could that be enhanced harp? Because it was right after you warped. So I'm wondering if that's enhanced harp. I don't think we've seen warp there. Maybe it's just enhanced versions. We gotta look back at Reaper after, see how the rotation was made there. Because after you warp backwards or front, it doesn't matter. You get an instant cast for harp. And he used that right after warping, so I'm wondering if that's just enhanced harp. Because I don't think they showed harp in there. Well, the harp we know. Red Mage, I did use it for a few dungeons. It's like level 53 or 54. I haven't done much with it, so. I know that move that a friend of mine used to use Red Mage as one of their mains. Aside from that, I don't know much. Machinist! Okay, I'm leveling this one right now. It's like level 60 something. But I've probably seen most of the animations, but I haven't unlocked this yet. I know it's at level 70 though. I'm looking forward to it. But I might not know a few. Let's see what we have here. That's the typical basic combo, pretty sure. Yep. Plus the drill. Okay. It's still the usual robot, I think. I think it's the same one, right? I don't know if it has any new attacks though. You get that at level 90, I think. Was that you? Those new attacks? I think it is. I don't remember seeing any of those attacks anywhere. Was that a freaking battleship? Okay, that was sick. Just pulled out. I don't know if it was a drone or a battleship or what. Ninja, okay. I really like the ninja animations. It's like level 50 right now, though. I do need to level it. That's a cool area. Okay, that was sick. It's like wind into blades. What is that? Hello? That's the cast. Oh, there's water. I don't know if that existed already or not. If it exists, I certainly haven't unlocked it yet. Sage, okay. It's just one of those jobs I picked up, used it once, and it wasn't really a bit too complicated. I might try to learn it someday and level it, of course. But it's not on my main list. I did do White Mage, though. Which is kind of known for being the easiest healer as well, so. I do need to try to get harder ones. Just to try it out, at least. Okay, Black Mage. Yoshida's favorite job. I have this at like level 30, I think. I just leveled Thaumaturge and then got to White Black Mage and I didn't do anything with it yet. I will level it eventually though. So ley lines. Oh wait, could you move ley lines before? I thought the idea was to not move out of the ley line like you could, but you had to return right away. So I would assume you couldn't move ley lines before. Was that new? That's kind of a big deal for black mages, probably. And I only know because of ley lines, because, you know, it's a huge meme at this point. It's like, don't move out of the ley lines. Alright, Viper, okay. What are the new jobs? Is that a ranged attack? Okay. Is that quite a few? Hello? Oh, I like the animations. Bro, swords are cool, and when you have two of them, and then you kind of mix them up right there on the round attack. Oh, there's the job combo thingy right here. 55. Okay, and then you had a big attack. Jump attack or something. Alright, 60. You see that activated there, so it's 30 now. But you got 5 attacks going, and then you go into fast mode. Bro, that is sick. Honestly, I like the animation so far. What is that 60 for, though? Huh, okay. White mage. Blood for the blood lilies. My heals. I think that's you. Oh wait, no, that might just be using the bullets. Never mind. Because I remember the flower kind of attack. Don't remember that though. But again, I haven't used it much past level 90, so. Monk, okay. Let's see your animations. Again, this is one of those jobs I leveled to 30 to get Monk unlocked, but I haven't really leveled past that yet. I'll level it eventually though, just not right now. I'm using leveling Machinist and Ninja. Mostly Machinist, because Ninja just use it every now and then, while Machinist kind of like whenever I do leveling roulette, I typically just go with Machinist. If I feel like a change, I'll go with Ninja, but yeah. Anyways, all that's gonna change to Viper when then Dawntrail comes out and the others can wait. I'm excited for Viper. I'll still do the main story with Reaper though. I think Reaper is gonna stay my main probably. I just like sides way too much. And plus I like the new attacks as well, so it's a double U. Oh, that was sick. Okay, Dark Knight. Let's see what you have. Cool, Larry. There's a bridge over there. I wonder if that's the bridge we saw near Tural. Sorry, Tuliolal. I think that's the name of the capital. Tural is a continent itself. I've used Black Mage a bit until like level 35, then I kind of just stopped, so I don't know much about it. The animations are cool though, I might level it at some point. You know, tanking's not my thing. I prefer melee DPS than healers. Man, I suppose range DPS isn't too bad. I don't like casters that much, I don't like the wait time. Except Summoner, because that's serious. Summoner's just a range DPS in disguise. At least in Endwalker. I wonder if we'll get, actually, Summoner, I wonder if we'll get a new Primal. I'm looking forward to see Summoner on this video. Bard. think that's new. Maybe it's just enhanced bloodletter. I don't know. I love that animation. Okay, that's pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's new. That's new for sure. Summoner. Okay, do we get a new primal? The true question. Do we get a new primal? Phoenix. There's only 3 of them. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a new primal. It's probably Ifrit, Garuda, and sorry, Titan and Garuda. It would be kind of fun if we just had 4 primals. I just love the idea of just summoning a huge primal, like literally. I didn't try Summoner before the rework, so I know a lot of people were unhappy with it, but I certainly like the new Summoner. Damn, the Ifrit just came out of nowhere, damn. Just like drop a huge Titan there. You know, the usual. Just another day in the life. Then Garuda. There might be some new attacks, but I'm assuming the rotation's gonna stay. Oh, what is that? Bahamut, you're looking a little different. What is up with Bahamut? Why does it have a whole bunch of swords? Is that even Bahamut? What? That Bahamut is looking a little different. What the heck happened? That's an interesting enemy. Samurai. They got Samurai at 90. Okay, there's gotta be some lore behind that, right? I thought Bahamut was from Mericidia. What the heck? Okay, I have questions. Interesting. Because I have never seen that anywhere in the game. I don't know if it's a reference to another Final Fantasy, maybe. I haven't played other Final Fantasies, so I just know what people talk about. Is that new? I don't think so. I don't know. Okay, there's definitely some fancier animations here. Alright, Scholar. I have it at 90, technically, but that's because I have Summoner at 90. I don't really use Scholar. I've used it a bit on level 60 dungeons. In fact, that reminds me, I do still gonna finish the Evansward storyline for Scholar, because I kind of stopped at the last quest. And because I stopped using Scholar, I completely forgot about it. I was doing Faith one day, and then I saw the quest, like, wait, what, level 60 quest? Oh, that's the Scholar one I missed. Okay, that was a fancy animation. What is this, Pictomancer? Yeah, Pictomancer. Okay, let's see what you have. Oh, you're actually drawing. Oh my god, you accumulate drawings or something? Okay, that is sick. And then that's the paint attacks. What are the drawings used for, though? Oh, you actually use them like that? Now you did a new painting. There's at least 4 paintings here. Then now you're using the hammer painting. just bonk. That's amazing. Oh, that unlocks a new combo. That is sick. That's the wings. The Moogle. That was something separate. Wait. Oh, there's 5 paintings. Wait, this sounds really nice. It's a bow attack. 6 paintings. Bro, how many are there? Oh, they accumulated there, and now there's a little thingy out here. Is that like how the burst form works now? There's grass around. What the heck? Wait, I actually might be interested in Pictomancer now. This sounds really interesting. So like the drawings they use right here were temporarily put here. So, and then they were used for something. I don't know. That sounds really interesting though. Gunbreaker, okay. Changed my mind. I'm also gonna level Pictomancer. I mean, I was gonna do it anyways at some point, but wasn't a priority. But now, yeah, I think after Viper, that's the first thing well, the second thing I'm doing, because Viper is first. But it's definitely on the list now. Also, look at that huge mountain in the background. I think it is about to end. We're at Gunbreaker at 20 minutes. It said it was around 20 minutes. It didn't say 20 minutes. After this, I'll keep recording, but if you don't see anything interesting, that's probably the end of it. If there's any trailers or like crazy information, I'll put it in the video. If not, we'll probably just record this and have it posted. But alright, that was pretty cool. I need Pictomancer now. Viper sounds cool. I kind of was hoping for a little fancy animation at some point during the burst phase. They were really fast and like they had a fast rotation, which I really liked. There was no really like crazy fancy move. I know that's not for a lot of people, but aesthetics for me is pretty important. But I still enjoy it though. I'm still gonna level it as the first thing, and I think it might be my. I don't know if it's gonna be my second favorite anymore, but at least definitely up there. Pictomancer though, I'm really curious as well. What is this? Oh, that's the new start screen. Okay. I'm assuming. Looks fancy. I like it. Actually, that's really clean. You see the reflections on the water? The Reaper? Oh my god, the new animations. I gotta look back afterwards and see. And see, because I feel like some of those actions were actually just enhanced versions. I need to look at the rotation to see if that's really the case or not.
So we are going to jump back in with Viper, but just wanted to quickly go
Viper?
over its characteristics.
Alright, they
for
were
this
showing the
mount.
melee ones.
まずはですね、
Fast-paced job, fluid shifts between dual blade and double bladed strikes into various combos and abilities. That sounds fun, and you got the job gauge down there. I'm excited for that. Viper's gonna be sick. I do wish it had fancy animations, and I'm sure they'll add it in the next expansion.
So it says
The
a
gameplay itself
fast-paced
sounds
job
funny.
that
Sounds fun
fluidly
though.
shifts between dual blade and double bladed strikes in their various combos and abilities. So you basically have a mode where you have two blades in your hands, each of your hand, and then when those two blades come together in one single blade and kind of going back and forth. But it's a very sort of fast-paced, and you have varying attacks.
That is cool.
ですね、ちょっと生カメを入れていただいてもいいですか？はい。
So
カメラにしていただいて。はい、ありがとうございます。
なるほど。まあワイプでもう良かったんですけど、まあ多分ねワイプの方が分かりやすい。
なるほど。
ごめんなさい。二刀流コンボって文字通りこう剣をこうなんだと手入んねえ2個こうこう2頭振るのがウェポンスキルね。二刀流ウェポンスキル。
Yeah, there were those ranged
合体
attacks.
剣アビリティっていうのはこの2つの剣をこう合体してこうなぎなたのように一つにして放つアビリティ群とかつこの合体させた剣の状態で放つウェポンスキルでこれでねなんとなく絵のイメージ文字だけだとね何言ってんねんみたいな
Does something ですね。
So just looking at the text seems very it's not very descriptive. Well, I mean it's descriptive, but it's hard to tell sometimes. So when we say double bladed, or no, sorry, dual blade. Dual blade is where you have a blade in each of your hand.
And dual blade,
so you have those
I'm
weapon
assuming
skill
it's this
combos,
when you
and then
combine
go
them into a double
bladed,
blade.
where those two
In a way.
Blades come together, and it
Yeah,
has
I'm
its
assuming
own
that was the
abilities.
case.
And then it also has a set of weapon skill abilities. Or weapon skills, sorry.
言った今
逆がパターンも両方言いました。
ダースモールね
はい。
Darth Maul.
Long story short.
で、
That's
もう一個
true.
特徴出しちゃっていいです。アクションの総数って
Similar
いうの
to
は
actions of other jobs, but designed so that fewer actions need to be set on the hotbar. I
セット
see.
する数っていうのが
So it's
まあできるだけ
designed with the
少な
new
く済む
system
よ
in
うな
mind,
仕組
where
み
a
が
lot
今
of the
回入って
actions
い
will
ます
eventually
Viper
combo into others, and you'll have
So
that
the second
follow-up
point reads,
thingy.
has a similar total number of actions as other jobs, but designed so that fewer actions need to be set on the hotbar.
That sounds interesting.
Just so
Okay,
that,
so a lot of follow-up
you have
attacks, I'm assuming.
Fewer like icons to place into your hotbars.
でまあこれから実機でご覧いただこうとはもちろん思うんですけど、その仕組みが動いてるからなんか同じボタンを連打してるように見えるんですけど、実際には、置き換わりだったり1個前に使ったウェポンスキルで置き換わる内容がさらに別のアクションに変わったりっていう
I wonder if
複
we,
雑なことが
back
起
to
きてい
Reaper.
て
I wonder if with the enhanced
今
ARP,
こういう
if it will be
状況
worth it
の
whenever you have the
まあ
cooldowns up for
敵にどういった
ingress.
敵にどういった
Egressing
手が
on
取り入れて
purpose,
あるのか
using
で
enhanced ARP and
使い分け
ingressing back.
選択
Because I mean, right now you only really do that if you want to have like you're dodging an attack, and you might as well just use your egress and then enhanced ARP, and that's like the only use, or when you start the combat, of course.
So we're
But I
going
wonder
to take
if
a look
with
at
the
this
enhanced
in
version,
game,
if it'll be worth
and
doing
you'll see
your
that
cooldowns for
the
that
actions
specifically.
will be automatically
I guess we'll
replaced
see.
in the hotbar. So it might seem like we're kind of button mashing, but with the automatic replacements, sometimes it's might be a weapon skill that changes into a different action, or you also have to pay attention to the buffs that you are receiving or enhancements that you are receiving, or the debuffs or enfeeblements that you are dealing to your enemy to switch your
So there's a
combo route. So,
debuff?
it's,
I see.
There is elements of sort of thinking about what action to execute next.
Interesting.
まあ見た方が早いね
So it's not just a normal rotation,
I think
it's
it's quicker to
slightly
look
different
at it though.
depending on the situation.
さあではじゃあ実機に行ってもらいましょうか。
出ました。
Oh, we got gameplay. Okay.
入れ
You can see the job skill animations as well. Though that's actually a lot
ほ
less.
ら山が綺麗
They weren't joking about it. I'm assuming they combo and stuff.
Mountains
Beautiful
are
mountains.
very
Also, that mountain is sick, yeah. Okay, we getting gameplay. Also, I like the Viper outfit. We saw it in the trailer already, the launch trailer. Sorry, the not the launch
これ
trailer.
がファンフェス
The full
で
trailer.
着せられたやつ
The costume we're all too familiar from.
The Viper
choose
crystal
appearance
reminds me of one took yeah, I'm assuming that's dev stuff. The Viper job crystal thingy reminds me of like two fangs, which I guess is to represent not only two swords but also kind of like serpent fangs in a way. Viper, if you know what I mean. Maybe that's why they designed it like that. I like it, to be honest.
Icons.
ちょっと待って
So you have Pictomancer macro on your hotbar, so you're gonna change to that at some point?
あれ
Is that a new mount?
いくつにシンクするの
What is that? I see a mount there. I don't recognize it, at least from the distance.
のの黒に入れよう
Yeah, I'm not sure what that mount is, honestly. Is that new?
よいしょ
It could be just that I don't recognize the icon, because I mean, of course I don't have all the mounts.
バンドが使えません
If you have, well, let me know.
これやばくねえこれ
But yeah, I don't recognize that. Maybe it's a new mount.
IL これいくつになってる
Media Tour 2024.
メディアツヤ
By the way, that's the name of the server, Media Tour 2024. So it's their own server, basically.
Checking our item
Save.
level, etc.
危な危な
What else do we have here? Because, well, they're not doing combat yet, so I guess we might as well just check their HUD.
即時発動する真なる開発サーバーである A 系ではなくてそうなんですよメディアツアーに使っている今 C 系というまた別のサーバーなので危な
There's the Viper macro, a timer macro.
びっくりしましたびっくりしました失礼しました
Okay. Alright, here we go. Probably.
神の力が抑えられてる。
抑えられてるんですね
Alright, let's pay
We're
attention
not
to the
in
buttons as well.
almighty God mode type A servers. We're
Mazu.
actually in the environment of the
Oh, okay. When you pull out your weapons.
さっきお話し
What's
した
the AFK stance?
流ウェポンスキル
はい
だけ
I'm assuming you might have disabled it, because after a few seconds, it would essentially...
First, let
You
us
can
look
turn off
at
that
the
cooldown. I
dual
did for my
blade
Reaper.
weapon skills.
まあ実際にはいろんなものを混ぜていくので、これが別にローテーションというわけじゃないんですけど、ちょっとまず前提を分かりやすくするために。
I like how it looks when you have your weapons out, though.
So of
What about
course,
running
with
with
the
them?
actual combo skill rotations, you will need to kind of weave in between the different actions and weapon skills. But just showing off what this set looks like.
この中段
So
に
you
あ
have
る
all
言
those skills there.
葉2の4と5の数字がついてるところをなんとなく中心に見ててください。
And so if you could focus in on row 2 of the hotbars,
Row
especially
two,
the ones
okay.
that said 4 and 5.
They all changed. Another change. Yeah. Now that one also changed. I see. So we'll be doing a lot of these action
基
changes
本だ
there.
と思ってます。アクションが置き換わ
Oh,
って
that is interesting.
And you may be able to see that the
It's like
actions
all
are
the time you're doing
automatically
some sort of
replaced with
follow-up.
the next,
Which is quite unique. Kind of reminds me of Dawntrail in a way. Well, like if you use a skill, some buttons will pop out, and you use one of those.
It changes.
これが二刀流って。
Honestly, maybe I said earlier that I was excited for Viper. It's like, hey, but there's no flashy move. It doesn't sound. It sounds cool, unique. I take those words back. Actually, I might like Viper more.
next
I'm
is
going
the
back and forth.
double blade.
Maybe Viper will be my second favorite melee job. Because I love the dual weapons. Well, aesthetic, I guess. So it's only a matter of if I like the job or not. Because in terms of aesthetic, yeah, Viper is winning. Aside from sights. I am way too biased. I love sights. It's my favorite combat in like every game.
So
Actually,
the
not
actions
really,
that
but
are
I,
assigned
like
to
my
that
favorite
bottom
aesthetic
row,
in a way
row one,
of combat.
are those double blade weapon skills.
After that, it's wings.
で
Like combat wings. I know though that's something ridiculously specific, but yeah. The more mechanical, the
So
better.
of course, as you
But yeah, that's very
continuously
rare to appear in
execute your
games.
different
You have more
skills, the
follow-ups
gauge
over there.
will
There's 3 of them. Which one would you use? Actually, no, there's 2. One of them is the same as the one in the row above.
それおろしっていう必殺状態に入るオーラバーストみたいなやつだと思ってください。
So when you accumulate enough in that gauge up there,
Oh,
you
50.
go
I see. So this
into,
uses it,
a
I'm assuming.
boosted mode called Reawaken.
でその
Kinda like in
状態に
Shroud in a way.
入ると合体
It's the second key
アビリテ
here.
ィが
It says 50, so that's the requirement. You have 50 over here. I'm assuming that will give you the
And
5
so once
skill
you have
uses over there.
that,
'Cause there's 5,
reawaken
dots.
mode, you can execute the different double-bladed abilities.
ちょっとやってみますね。
はい。
We're gonna-
See, you used that, now he has 5 skills. And that changes the basic buttons into that. And it's very fast paced as well. I like that. I'm assuming these will be like your bursts as well. There's the ranged attacks. Like, look at that. Wait, what was that actually? I probably don't want to go back because otherwise it will just revert.
暴れ出しました。
That is sick. There was like a really fast range attacks. What was that? Did you spam the button or is it just the animation? I have questions.
同じアクションを連打してるの多分見えると思
So because
It
the
definitely is very
actions are
fast-paced. I like that.
automatically placed, on the hotbar, it might look like you're pressing the same button, but as you can see, there are many different skills and abilities that are being unleashed.
Yeah, that is
う。
so cool.
速さはなんとなく
Bro, actually, hold up. I might main
But I
Viper.
think you might be able to get a feel of
Actually, no,
how-
not
just
above
how
Reaper.
quickly we're moving.
I just can't.
もっとゆっくり
Sides,
回
man.
してって
But,
いう
bro, this might be my second favorite job. It sounds really fast paced.
It's about
Maybe it's just my impression from the animations, but I guess we'll see when the expansion is out.
ゆっくり回すと軽く下がるんですよね
but if you go slowly, the damage output kind of slows down too.
とにかくすごくこうテンポがいいので、
And you have a buff over there?
こうどん
So
どん
some sort of
ハイ
buff
テ
you
ンショ
can
ン
keep up, I'm
に
assuming?
テンションも上がっていくみたいな感じに仕上がっているので、 まあそこがまずはちょっと伝わってくれるといいなという気がします。
Well, I'm so excited
But
for
as you can
Dawntrail.
see,
You
it
have
is
no
pretty
idea.
fast-paced,
It's, by the way, it's my
and you've
first
got,
expansion, which is part of the reason why I'm also so
different actions that you're
excited even more.
executing, and it kind of builds.
Because
So
I
think
started
as you are
in
going through
extremely
your
late
story
Shadowbringers.
stations, it kind of
By the
gets
time
more,
Endwalker came out, I was still doing Stormblood's story.
exhilarating, so
I
I'm
bought the
hoping
game
that,
just in time, by the
you'll
way,
enjoy that
because
aspect.
shortly after they
まあそ
stopped
れ
sales
を
of the game.
の間
I
い
did
わゆる
Weapons War with
ずっと
free
コラ
trial.
バースみたいなのをしている状
And
態の
yeah, also in
っていうのは
Stormblood. So I experienced into Endwalker as like a full game.
特別に
I never really experienced the hype of like an entire expansion dropping. Of course, I experienced the updates, right?
まあそれらを
But not a full expansion. So it's gonna be first. I'm excited.
であとはこの合体剣ウェポンス
I'm more. I already caught up with, kind of caught up with main story. I still have to do the 6.55 one, as I mentioned earlier. The raid storylines and the alliance raid storylines, I've done them all. The big side
So once
storylines
you
that
have
show up in the
activated
New Game Plus stuff,
Reawaken,
I haven't done them
and
all, but
kind
I've
of in
done
that aura
quite a
burst
lot of them.
mode,
So
the,
I'm ready.
The let's see, the global recast, or sorry, the cooldown is 2 seconds, but you need to execute your different sort of
seconds?
double-bladed abilities, and try not to sort of waste your recast time as it sort of counts back down.
ちなみにオーラバーストは私
So it gets really fast and then it slows down over time or
それを
something?
っていう正式アクション名なんですけど、これねジョブクエストやらないと何のこっちゃわかんないんで。
Bro, I'm excited for Viper now. Even I mean, I already was, but then I became less excited with the animations not having a fancy one, and now I'm more excited than I was at the start. Bro, that's a roller coaster.
The job quest
Quest,
series,
okay.
you'll understand the naming behind the reawaken actions.
I'm also curious for Viper lore, so I guess we'll see.
The Japanese says Sore Oroshi. Sounds very similar to Soken, but not Soken.
Silken. Look at that fast-paced thingy. That is so fast as well. That is actually crazy. You saw how fast that was? Yeah, no, I'm not joking. That was really fast range attacks. See that? Oh, that is fun.
ただ今
Also, you have button simplifying, so it sounds really fast and really fun, but it's not that difficult. But if you want,
基本は
I think I'm gonna keep it simplified like this, because like it jobs already really fast.
押してきゃいいです。
But if you want, you can individually take actions out and make them individual actions if that's
There's
more
not
fun
much
for
to
you.
say about it
So
because,
we can literally
it's quite
customize it if we
straightforward,
want.
but,
If
basically,
there's a
until
reaction
you get
that's
used to it,
like,
I
yeah,
think it's
that's way
best to
too
just
clicking the same
follow
button
which
sounds bad.
ones-
We
which
can just
icons
switch
kind of
up.
light up
We
between
can keep
the
ones to
double
follow
blade
up the
and
same,
dual
and that sounds
blade,
really fun.
Abilities.
Look at how fast it is. Look at the cooldown. It's like less than a second, it feels like, and then he slows down.
持ってるやつは範囲用なので、
なるほど。
範囲攻撃用なので、あんまり手触り変わらないように範囲も単体も。であと単体から範囲へコンボをつないだり。
Oh my god,
つなぐっていうか
okay.
ローテーション的には必要ないんだけど、ID とかやってる時に範囲でまとめして敵が少なくなってきて、いちいちそのゼロからやり直さなくてもいいように、
切り替え
途中がルート
あいいです
つながるようになってたりします。
And of course, the ones
Sorry.
on the right-hand side are more for your AoE attacks.
I see.
Of course, some of the combos, it doesn't require you to do it, but like, say for example, you're in an instance dungeon, and once you kind of like have your tank pulled of all the mobs kind of together.
Use the AoE. I
you
mean,
can
yeah,
go
that's
from
basic.
that
You need
sort
an
of
AoE
single
skill.
target double blade, or sorry, single target dual blade weapon skills to switch over to the AoE dual blade abilities.
Look at how fast it is, bro. That sounds so much fun. And Shroud's kind of similar in some way, because it also speeds up. But I feel like this is... I guess you can say it's similar to Enshroud. It feels a lot faster, and it goes down over time, it seems.
アクションというか
I really
ガン
love
少
that.
ない
Plus all the
た
follow-ups.
だ
I mean, you can disable that if you don't like having less
話
skills.
したように
Not less skills, but like less buttons to click. It's the same amount of skills.
ヘイストが自分にかかる、自分によだめアップのバフがかかる、敵に火ダメアップのバフがかかるっていう、おおむね3つの効果があるんですけど、 これの状態とか残り時間に応じて1個のアクシ
Oh
ョン
yeah, by the way, there's an Easter right over there in the little town. So somewhere we can kind of see a
繰り
location
返してい
here.
くことになるので
There's
な
training
ので
dummies near a town in one of the big areas, I'm assuming. Still don't know what the area is.
So, of course, just looking at how the
Also, Viper is
actions are
VPR.
assigned on the hotbar and the buttons that you're pressing might seem like it's very simple because there aren't as many buttons to keep track of, but you also are having to look at the different enhancements and enfeeblements that you have.
Yeah, I saw there was a buff
Sometimes
over
it's
there.
Haste on yourself, or damage dealt is increased. Sometimes it is the damage dealt by the enemy is decreased, and it's a debuff on that end. So
Wait, you can get-
have to pay attention to how much of that you have left, and
You can get different
choose
buffs?
the action that corresponds to whatever enhancement or enfeeblement that is assigned.
Well, you'll see how that
も
works.
うだから結構考える要素は瞬間的に出てくるのかなと。敵のボスが今どういう状態にいるのかとか、あとは接近アクションも用意されてるし。
So, you do need to be a bit strategic depending on how you want to approach, say, like a boss. Or there are also some close-ranged attacks that are available for the Viper.
あとは特定でこう遠隔攻撃が
See those range
使える
attack.
ようになって、それにもこう遠隔コンボがあるみたいな状態にもなるので、ボスから離れなきゃいけない時に、使うのか、その効果があるうちに使うべきなのか、腐らせてしまっても今回はしょうがないのかみたいなところは考えながらやっていくことになるかなと思います。
And then, conversely, you also have a ranged attack where you specify your enemy and then attack from afar. So if there is a situation where you can't necessarily be up close to the boss character, or say, do you want to take advantage of the enhancement that you have to execute those actions, or do you decide, okay, well, I'm gonna let it go this turn and then come back to it some other time, etc.
ちょっとリキャタイムが戻ったら、その一旦だけちょっとね、技の効果内容までまだお見せできないのでどう変化するかのちょっと遅めに。
はい。
So we're waiting for that recast time to get back so that we can show you at least some examples of like how these buffs and debuffs kind of affect your choice in which action to execute.
合体剣ウェポンスキルを使います。
Alright, so there was
So
two
we would use,
things over there.
we will first use a double blade action.
で、そのうち派生するアクションが2個存在してます。
There's some
And
buttons that
then
can't be
from
clicked right
that,
now
you
yet.
will see it'll branch off to two different actions.
で、そのうちの
Yeah, we saw that
二段
before.
目にどっちのアクションを
So you have
使
to
って
actually
も
choose.
構わないんですけど、これシチュエーション
Bro,
に応
I'm
じ
loving
て
Viper.
自分で考えて使うんですけど、それによって後のコンボルートが変わったりします。
So with these two actions, you can use either one, but depending on the situation, you'd have to kind of choose which one, and then the combo route from there will kind of differ.
So you can have like two. It's still the same combo thing with 120 seconds,
同じ
of
ア
course.
クション2つ
But you'd have like two different choice paths depending on the
So we
situation. Then
landed
you
that
kind of
first one, and
rotate.
then you see two actions light
Probably.
up.
ついてますね。
I don't know.
どっち使ってもいいんですけど、3から使います先。
You have the
So
two and
let's
three there.
use three first.
そうす
She's
る
a
と
dual blade.
アビリティがこっち使いなさい。
うん
で、こ
And
う
then
いうコンボになります
lights
ね
up,。and then go from 6 then to 5.
で、2を使うと
2 breaks off onto another
コンボルートが変わる。
See, those two do not light up in this instance if you use that second action.
で、同じで今度は1を合体剣の1を使ってから2を使うをやって、こっちがどう変わるかをちょっと見ててください。
はい。
Okay, so next we're gonna do that sort of double-bladed that attack 1 and then go from 2 and see how that changes.
2を使います。
Using
Now you got the
two.
others.
さっきこっちから光
But
った。
5 is the one that's kind of like a follow-up there.
This time the
間違えた
skill that lit up was different from when we used that third button in the row 1.
でこうやって間違って他のウェポンスキルを使うとはいロスみたいな
なるほど。
感じになってしまうので、
And if you don't use the correct action, so to speak, you kind of lose out on your
A lot
optimal
of damage.
damage.
Yeah.
まあこの辺は
So you wanna use the one that lights up, of course.
馴染んでいただければ。
Depending on your combo, that will differ between one
So
or the
I
other.
recommend you get some practice. Maybe use a striking dummy to get used to the
Yeah,
actions.
absolutely. Honestly, yeah, this is one of the first things I'm doing on release. Pick up Viper and try it out. Then I'll eventually be leveling it alongside main, not alongside main story. That's not what I mean. But like, I do main story with Reaper, and then whenever I want to take a break, I'll probably do some Viper leveling. I mean, at least that's the main idea right now.
ああ、なるほどなるほど。そういうこと。
I really hope they don't delay it. I mean, they said they would probably be fine.
そういった
That kind of scares me, the idea that they had to say they would be fine, probably. Because I do have holidays from the 24th to the 7th, so if they delay 2 weeks, I'm kind of screwed with my entire plan to like do an entire week party,
それは付与した
where I'll probably just put most other games on hold.
ダメージだけが上がる。
And we'd probably stream on the first day like 12 hours or something like that. And then on the second day onwards, I'll stream the main story,
Out of the three
maybe some Viper leveling,
enhancements,
and I would do the rest
or
off stream,
buffs,
and we kind of
debuffs,
keep that for a week
So
or
the
something like
third
that. I
one
don't know.
was supposed to be the damage, the damage received by the enemy.
It's increased.
The damage that the Viper deals to the enemy is increased. So it's not meant to be like synergy, so to speak, but
There's a
it's
Reaper
a
thingy.
buff that the Viper needs to pay attention to in order to decide on the appropriate action.
で、あとは
Viper sounds a lot of fun.
せっかく文句からバフデバフ業種をなくしたって言ってんのに
コメントでね
こっちにあるのかっていうコメントもいただいてるんですけど、こっちはこの
Reminds me of Reaper, except Reaper, you actually just always have to keep it up. Well, Viper, it seems like there's something more unique there,
こっちを
where it's not always up, and it just depends on like which actions you're gonna take next.
And one more comment. There seems to have been mention from the comments that we just mentioned that Monk is going to do away with kind of having to stare at the buffs, debuffs, and the timers. So now are we forced to do that in the Viper job? But that is not the case. We have set up the job HUDs so that it'll guide you with like lighted
Which schools,
elements and
yeah.
things like that to
So you can just pay attention to
so
the
that
hub if you want.
you can recognize which direction you should go in terms of choosing which action to pick next.
I've never really played Monk until now, so I got a level 30 pugilist. Then I got the first Monk quest, and I stopped. So I don't know what they're talking about, but I'm assuming for Monk you'd have to look at your buffs and debuffs, and now it's similar for Reaper, but because the skills light up, you don't really technically have to look. You can be guided by the HUD, or you can look if you want to see which action you're gonna use next. I'm assuming, I don't know. I guess we'll see when the game's out, but that's what it seems so far. You see, there was a buff. There was 2 buffs
I think
over there.
That's about it for in terms of explanation. I think it's best if you try it out and get a feel for it yourself. But I think this is a job where if you master it, you can really get involved and really into it. So if you're interested in utilizing this job with the
Yeah, it
two
sounds fun.
blades, to fight stylish and in a very speedy way, I definitely recommend I would encourage you to give it a try.
I am definitely doing that.
そうですね、単体と範囲が同時に光ってるから押す選択肢が多く見えるっていうのは確かにあると思うんですけど、これはさっきお話ししたように単体攻撃してから、そのままの流れで範囲に切り替えたり範囲から単体につなげたりっていうことができるようにしてるので、まあちょっと 両方たくさん光ってるように見えるんですけど、この僕の HUD だとこの左側の 3×3 のブロックで間1段挟んでこの 3×3 のブロックのまあこの上下
Also, notice how when the character is not moving, you can kind of have them with 2 blades or with dual blades, even when they're not casting actions. I'm assuming that's depending on which action you took class.
Another
That
comment
is really
was
cool.
that it looks like there's a lot of skills that get lit up with the single target ones as well as the AoE. But that's because with these different skill rotations, you can use single target attacks and then connect it to an AoE to do your combos, or you can choose to just continue with your single target attack and whatnot. So as you can see in the hotbars that are set up here, you can perhaps assign all of your single target attacks in one block. In this example, we have the 3x3 hotbar set up so that you've got a single target on one side, and then the other side, after like a single row of
follow-ups.
extra ones, you have your AoE attack. So maybe that might help with the visibility, and if you look at it, it'll make more sense.
はい、大丈夫そうですね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
バイパーの説明が長いって言ってちょっと喧嘩になってるコメントがあるんで落ち着いてください。ごめんなさいね、新ジョブなんでちょっとどうしても長めに説明させてもらってます。すいません。
I'm sorry, the explanation for Viper, although we said it's simple, it became pretty long. But it is a new job, and we wanted to kind of dig
That is
deeper
a pretty
into
cool
it.
job.
So apologies, but we'll move on.
はい、では、以上新ジョブ近接命令 DPS、
はい、
バイパーの説明でございました。
Okay, so that wraps it up for the new melee.
Bro, I'm excited for
DPS
Viper. Well, I also want to see if they're going to do the same. I'm assuming they're going to
いや
show some
でね
Pictomancer gameplay
正
too.
直伝えられるか大変私も不安でしたこのゲームいやなんでかっていうと俺もチェックスタートした時点で
はい
資料を見たときは何を言ってるのかねみたいなやっぱ感じだったので
I don't know, maybe it might be some people might be hesitant to jump into trying Viper, but you know, I was also kind of worried myself because when I first started the check process and looked at the documents that are related to the Viper job, I was like, what does this all say?
まあなので一番最初にこのパワーポイントで説明した通り、まあ、二刀流で戦うウェポンスキルと剣を合体させて戦うウェポンスキルとその特定のモード状態に突入した時に合体剣のアビリティを凄まじい勢いで振る3つのモードをうまく使い分けて戦うんですというふうに最終的には落ち着くと思うんでそれでまずイメージしておいていただけると助かります。
But as mentioned in the PowerPoint as well, you've got your double blade or dual bladed attacks where you have the blade in each hand, and then you have the double blade where you have the two blades put together, and then there's like a third sort of when you get into that mode where we can
Get really
we
fast.
can utilize the different abilities using the double blade. I think that's what it boils down to.
はい、では続けて先へ進んでいきましょう。
はい、お願いします。
Okay, next.
Alright, I ended up stopping watching at the time when this was live, so we're no longer watching this live. In fact, it's been nearly a week actually, because I never got around to it afterwards. But I do want to see what Pictomancer's like. So I've seen what Viper's like. I'm honestly really excited for Viper. It was a bit of a roller coaster. Like I wanted the job a lot, and then I saw the gameplay and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's nothing that flash. I mean, like, sure, it's cool, but I feel like there should be like a really big move. And then I saw the gameplay, like the actual gameplay, and they explain how it works and everything. I want Viper even more now. So let's see about Pictomancer. I'm gonna be honest, like the animations are cool, but I don't know if I want it. But maybe this will change my mind. I mean, I'll definitely try it and play a bit.
So
Is he
some
gonna be a
characteristics
main
of the Pictomancer.
mage? Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see.
絵を描くんですけど、
Yeah, the gameplay sounds
絵には
interesting.
まあ
It's
種類
just
が
like how
ご
does
ざい
it
ま
play
し
out?
て、その種類によって出る効果がちょっと異なる。
There's into life for this an assortment of effects. Yeah. And we see that on the UI there.
から強力な魔法をさらに引き出して発動する みたいなイメ
They
ージ
should
で
show gameplay, I think.
So of course,
Yeah, they
there's
do.
going
Perfect.
to be drawings. We call them different motifs that the Pictomancer
Motifs.
will
Okay. Interesting.
draw, I guess. And then each of them have different abilities that can be executed with different effects, of course. And then you render them in order to sort of attack your enemies, and then you kind of collect, or not collect, but you do multiple of those in order to execute an even more powerful spell.
So it
まあ、あ
mixes
と
up
は
drawings as well.
パー
Granting
ティー
buffs
や
to
自身
party
に
and
対する
self.
バフってい
Okay.
うのもありますよ
So it's a bit of a support as well.
And of course, the Pictomancer is also capable of granting buffs to the party and
I mean, nearly all
themselves.
jobs can grant buffs. It's a matter of like, is it just a single move that you use in your burst window, or is it like multiple buff like moves, right? That's the only question. I guess we'll see.
So Pictomancers that may not have a very high damage output might be like Yoshida, who can't draw very well.
さあで
Damn.
はまあこの説
The
明だけだ
artist
とやっぱ
jokes,
り
I
分
love
かり
it.
づらいと思うのでちょっと順番に説明していこうかなと
The final job at
Okay,
Pictomancer
so
quest
I
should be
think, yeah,
deadlines or
words might
something.
not be able to
Because they're
describe
pain. I'm not an
what
artist,
the
but
Pictomancer
I've
can
heard
do. So let's look at
about
it in
deadline
game.
pain from other
大丈夫
people.
そうか
はい、大丈夫です。
あなたが急にねキーをガチャガチャガチャって叩き始めるとね
大変失礼しま
何かあったかってちょっとビビる
Just double checking if FoxClon didn't write any notes again.
I wonder what the Pictomancer weapons will be like. I mean, we've seen like 2 or 3 of them,
そうそう
but I really want to see the others as well, because I feel like they're gonna be interesting. The paintbrushes and
こん
the.
な感じでこれがジョブの
I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the thingy.
So this is, of course, the AF gear for the
Kawaii desu ne.
Pictomancer.
The job
Yeah,
gear,
so
you know?
cute.
Cute.
まあ使うアクションとしてはまあこんなもんですね
So as you can see in the hotbars, these are the different actions that are available for the Pictomancer.
I see a Moogle thingy, the thing that's on top of the Moogles. I think that has a name, but I forgot.
左手に持ってるのはパレットでここのデザインも武器ごとにかなり凝ったものが用意されていたりします
Of course, in the left hand is the paint palette, and depending on the weapon or
Yes,
the
the
brush
palette.
set, the design of
That's
the
what I was
palette is
forgetting
also
about.
different, and our team is very particular about the designs of these per the different sets. So
まずちょっとこの
And I also want to see more Reaper
見ていただ
sites,
き
bro.
たいんで
That's
す
one
け
of
ど
the things I'm excited for Dawntrail. I'm sorry, I'm so biased towards
let's
sites.
take a
So
look at
Reaper's
the
always gonna
job
be my main, I
HUD
think.
here.
まあ絵を描くっていう要素があるんですが、絵に対してはタイプが3種類あります
So the motifs that you first draw or sketch, there are 3 different kinds.
で、具体的には生物の絵それから武器の絵そして風景の絵っていう3つがあります
So these 3 different motifs involve a creature one, a weapon one, as well as a landscape one.
Weapon,
で
creature, and
HUD
landscape.
はこの
Is
左
it
か
the
ら
things over here?
この
Because there's 3 of
カン
them.
バスが、ここが生
It
物の
might be,
絵
yeah.
で真ん中が武器の絵そして一番右が風景の
They're
絵
showing the
っていう
order,
ふ
I
うに
think.
覚えてください
And you have 3 pieces, 3 canvases
Probably
in
those
your
3,
job
right?
HUD. From the left, that's where your creature motif goes. Second, or the middle one will be the weapon, and then the landscape will be to the far right.
So yeah, creature, weapon, landscape in order.
ああ
So
もう
you
一
have
回
to
言ってくれ
choose one of each, and they'll
早く
combine
リ
it
ク
to
エスト
different
が
things or
あ
something.
りましたので実際に絵を描きながらいきましょうじゃあ
Let's actually try doing some of these drawings or motifs.
まず戦闘中絵を描くっていう行為は詠唱を伴う、アクションになりますが非戦闘中とかコンテンツに入った直後っていうのは、詠唱なしで絵を描けるようになります、
So during combat, in order to draw or create a motif, there will be cast time involved. But when you're
Makes
outside
sense.
of combat, there is no requirement for casting time.
Wait, what do you mean?
この
Is it like when you
言葉の
start
C8
combat or
C9
something?
C0 っていう
So like,
ところ
oh,
が
so like you
三
could
種の
draw
絵を描く
maybe ahead of
コマンドだと思って
time
ください。
before you. So like you
ボー
left
ル
three
のこのボンボン
drawings.
が書いてあるやつが
That you can mix it up right before the battle,
ハン
maybe.
マーが書いてあるやつが武器の絵を描く。でこの風景のアイコンが風景を描きます。この3つだと思ってください。
So you see in the hotbar, Control 8, Control 9, and Control 0 has pom-pom, weapon, and landscape.
Yep, pom-pom probably
respectively.
being
So
the
pom-pom
Mughals.
does the creature, the hammer, of course, creates the weapon,
And
and
the
then
landscape on the
landscape
ONX.
is, well, landscape.
描きますね。
Landscape is landscape.
So
Thank you. I had no
start
idea.
to
これ今 A 章
So yeah, no cooldown off
一緒に
battle.
描きましたけど
And you have one on the left right
ここに
there. The first
描かれた
drawing.
の分かりますね。
Of course, we're not engaged in combat right now, so you didn't see cast time, and it was instant. But as you can see on the far left, we see the creature motif.
で続いては
Now the
武器の
hammer is
絵を
gonna be
描き
going
ま
the
す
second one.
Next, we will do a weapon motif.
There we go. And it's instant.
描かれました。
Off combat, anyways.
And there it is.
で最後風景の絵を描きます。
Next
Then
is a landscape.
landscape. Now you have three of them.
今の状態
Now
は
that thing lit
まあ
up.
非戦闘
Control
状態
4.
なので
That attack
今のよう
lit
に
up.
走りながらでも別に描いたりとかできるので、非戦闘中にいちいち立ち止まって描かなきゃいけないみたいなわけじゃないので、そこは便利になるようにはしてあります。
So of course, right now we're outside of combat, so it's instant, and then even if you're moving around, you can create your motifs.
まずこの3種類あるん
So
だ
yeah, you
という
can
の
do
だ
that
け一旦
off
覚えておいてくださ
combat
い
to prepare for combat, I'm assuming.
So as
So
a
you'll
first
go
step,
in with everything
let's remember
charged
that
up.
there are these three different motifs.
先にお伝えしやすい絵とは切り離された魔法の説明をしたいと思います。
So before we go into how these motifs come into play, let us explain the different magic, let's see, ether hue elements of the Pictomancer in combat.
で魔法には置き換えが行われていてコンボのような概念があります。
So with the ether hue, the icon will be automatically replaced with the next step in the combo route. So
So
it's
that
kind
three
of like
symbol?
A skill rotation combo.
キャストします。置き換わって。
Also, it's those attacks on the left.
You see that it's been automatically replaced.
Okay, so that is a normal combo, I'm assuming.
この同系統のラインの3つの魔法、まあ、
But then other
色に
things
関
lit
わ
up
る
as well.
この魔法を、まあ、光に近いかな色を使っていくとここに1個ゲージが溜まって
You got
増え
one
たよ
out
白
of
い
five
色が
over
使えるよう
there.
になりました。
Oh, so that's the thing on the bottom. The
So with
ether hue is
ether
probably
hue combo,
the 25 that you
one,
saw
It's
there.
related to colors, basically, or maybe like light might be a close concept too. But as you can see in that palette gauge, you can now see that you have white color available.
なんかちょいちょい吉田のマイクが遠いって言われるな。
Sorry, I'm just adjusting Yoshida's mic really quickly.
PC なんでっていうのはね操作しようとするとちょっと机から
そうね。
その遠ざかるんだよな。
マイクと整体しなくなる。
マイクを引っ張るか。
Sorry.
Oh, so because you have that
で
specific
そう
color
なると
available,
ここに
that's why this thing lit up over
ホワイト
here.
ホーリー
It's the
こい
same
こいつを
color
一
as
個
that,
消化して
yeah.
A 章のない魔法が使えるようになるんですけどね。
Now that's a
Oh.
bigger attack, I'm
So
assuming.
you
And then
can
the color was
utilize
spent.
that, one of the charges on that palette gauge to execute an instant sort of
Instant cast.
action spell.
もう一回やりますね。
はい。
Then you can use the same
こ
thing
れが
again.
弱めの A 章が早い魔
Eventually,
法
you'll get a new color. Same thing, and then you can
This
do
is a
that
less
combo.
powerful but relatively quick to cast magic spell.
で
You can keep up to
これもう
5.
一個ゲージ
And
が
that thing got up
こ
to
う
50
レインボーの
now.
やつ増えてってますよね。
So in addition to the palette gauge, you see like a rainbow kind of gauge also.
これを50消費するとこのパレットを変更するひっくり返すっていうアクションが使
So
え
you
る
can
ようになる
use
の
two
で
of those.
これで、色の属性というかを変更するみたいなイメージだと思ってください。
And by consuming some charge, 50 charge off of that rainbow gauge, you can activate subtractive palette, which basically kind of flips over the palette, kind of changes the element of your ether hue.
これを使うと
So now it's
今度は
purple.
属性色の属性を
Huh,
さっき白
interesting.
系だったのを詠唱は長いけど強力な魔法を
Now, if
詠唱
you
し
do
な
that,
がら
firstly the attacks
さ
are
ら
slightly
に強
different,
力な
but it'll also give you.
こうブラックコメットみたいなさっきのホワイトホーリーでしたよね。
So
Okay,
of
it
course,
went back to blue
uh,
afterwards.
earlier
black comet.
we utilized the white color to cast Holy in white with the subtractive palette, and you change the elements of the ether hue. Your different sort of ether hue spells will expand. Of course, cast times will become a little bit longer, but they
Yeah,
are
we
going
saw
to be a
that
bit more
there.
powerful. So you saw like Thunder in magenta, or like Comet in black, and things like that.
説明が分かりやすくするためには魔法だけの説明をしてるんですけど、基本は魔法はこれがベースだと思ってください。ゲージを貯めてゲージを消費して、より強力な魔法を使っていく。で普段は詠唱が短くてちょっと威力が抑えられてるやつを中心に唱えながら溜まったら切り替える。これが魔法側だけの話です。はい。
So this is just the ether hue things. So as you can see, the basic movements is you try to accumulate your palette gauge and your
Then you
rainbow
can use
gauge
it.
so that you can utilize the charges that are accumulated to unleash more powerful ether hue spells.
あとはちょっと絵の効果の説明
And
に
we
行
still
く前
haven't
に
seen what they're gonna do with the
他の
drawings there.
サブ
The
系
three of
の
them.
アクションだけ説明しちゃいますけど、
Okay, the minus action.
And then before we jump into
Oh,
the
it's a dash.
motifs
Okay,
and
that's
the
cool.
different pictomancy, I also wanted to go over some of the
We like those
sub
movement
actions.
dashes. We
まあ
love
向
those.
いている
Zekias.
方向へ、一気に加速移動する移動アクションっていうのがあります。
Kind of wish you
So
had two
there is
charges.
an action
'cause
that
that
will
would-
allow
that
for
would
you
allow
to
you to
move
use two
quickly
of them
towards the direction you're facing.
If you saved up, anyways. Because that is a
で
cool
一
action.
瞬だけ
Oh, it gives you a
ちょっ
buff.
と足が速くなる効果が。
Is it like increased movement speed or something?
And then you see an enhancement. For a short period of time, your movement speed will increase.
Oh, so not only does it push you forward,
移動しますの
it
で、
increases your movement speed for like 4 or 5 seconds.
向きや。
That's cool.
ー
That helps
ステ
with
ー
your
ジの
movement
減り
even
には
more.
ご注意ください。
So you can travel a pretty good distance with this action. So be careful when you get to the edge so that you don't fall off.
Oh
of the
yeah, don't worry,
platform.
I'm a Reaper main. I learned that the hard way.
they
Don't
will-
worry, I don't do that anymore. It's very rare, but bro, I used to do that so freaking much. It was hilarious. I learned that the hard way.
ここから絵を使った
You eventually get a
アクションの
hang
説
of
明
how
に入ろ
much
うと思いま
damage
す
you travel. I'm sorry, how much
And
distance you
then
travel.
on the
But
top
yeah,
row
until
of
I
the
got
hotbar,
used to it, bro, that
those are
was
some of
funny.
your AoE attacks. So we're going to skip detailed explanation on that. So we're gonna go into the motif and pictomancy.
Okay.
こ
Oh, what do we
れ
got
ね
then?
横に並んでるから、横にこの効果を使っていくイメージがあるのかもしれないんですけど、なんとなく今までのジョブのイメージ、他のジョブのイメージから
So with these actions, because it looks like it's side by side, it might make you think that well, it's something that you utilize with the 3 in the row.
この3つの絵はそれぞれ独立したカテゴリーの絵なので、連動すること自体は
Do we use them all
ない
at once or one by
That
one?
said, although they are next to each other, they are individual like motifs that you can utilize. So they're not necessarily connected to each other.
まず生物の絵 この一番左だけ
I
を
see, so one by
見
one
てってください。ここから説明を始め
I
ます。
guess we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so
Oh,
we'll
so we'd
start
like draw a
with the
Moogle 'cause it's a
creature
pom-pom?
motif on the
Maybe?
left.
Creature motif.
今先ほど、
So we saw the
ポンポン
the
の
Moogle skill,
絵を
right?
描きましたので、この絵をまず具現化するっていうアクションがこれです。イマジンポンポン。
So let's start with the creature motif. You have created the motif, but then you need to render it in order to actually execute
So you make
this
the
as an
Moogle,
attack.
kind of adding to
イ
the
マジン
picture.
ポンポン
Maybe you draw the
Japanese
Moogle.
is pretty silly.
使うと
Maybe.
どうなるかちょっとお見せしますね。いいですか、アニさん。
あ、
あ、イマジン
名前を
ポンポンを調べてる。
Yes.
イマジンポンポンじゃないのかな。
コメントでお前は何を言っているんだ。
Hi. The Japanese literally sounds like imagine a pom pom, but the English, I believe, is living muse.
全然違った。
Hi.
具現化し
So
ま
it's
す
a
ね。
different skill name.
So we're going to render this as an attack.
文字通りポンポンが
Oh, you just dropped the pom poms on them. Never mind. I thought we were gonna summon a Moogle because they had
We
those
see a
things on
whole
top of
bunch
them.
Moogle
Never mind.
pom-poms, probably
Yeah.
torn off of some poor Moogle's head.
I'm
Pouring
sorry,
damage
Moogles.
落ちてきましたよね。
Just a
これによ
drawing.
って
Don't worry, we didn't kill any
さっき
Moogles.
のこのキャ
Probably.
ンバス見てほしいんですけど、描かれていた絵が具現化されたので真っ白になりましたね。
So of course, if you look at
Is
the
the amber gonna
canvas,
be a
the
bonk?
white square, because we have rendered the motif into an attack,
It's no longer.
canvas is now blank.
Yeah, exactly.
で、この生物の絵の白紙に戻ったので、次にまた生物の絵を描くんですけど、さっきもうポンポンの絵は描いたので、次は羽の絵が描けるようになります。
So canvas is blank, but you can still continue to draw a creature motif. This time it will be the wing motif.
So
will
it
become
changes
描きますね。
depending after you use one. It
available. You
rotates or
shall
something.
create the motif.
Yeah, so wing there.
で、キャンパスに描かれます。
Now you can use another move for
And as you can
wings.
see, it is now on our canvas.
Oh wait, but you see, the pom pom
で
is
これ
over
によって
here.
今度はここの
It's still saved over
羽
here.
が具現
Interesting.
化できるようになってます。
So with this, now we can render the wings as an attack.
で、同じようにさっきポンポンを具現化したので羽を具現化します。
So these are wings, and so we're going to render the wing.
The wing is like a wing attack, a wind
は
attack.
い。
But you see the wings
これで
now on the second
ポ
one.
ンポンと羽を描いたので、これによって
Interesting. So if you do 3 of them, it's gonna change into different things probably.
確かに。
Also, look at the Moogle on top.
And the wings, you see a little Moogle up there. Urain.
Yeah, someone.
Is it about to
So,
happen? Is the Moogle about to be summoned or
モー
drawn?
グ
I
リを
guess.
召喚するって
Oh
い
wait,
う
oh
アクションが
there's a symbol already there. You can use an attack.
もう
So
グリが
that's a combination. I'm assuming pom pom and wings.
With that, we can now render a full Moogle.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
読み
So
ますね
you actually combine
Okay,
drawings.
so we're gonna call forth the Moogle.
Moogle beam of death.
おお。
Okay, that was
なんと
cool.
モーグリストームというレーザーをぶっ放してくれた。
Wait, the drawings were kept
So
though.
with the
Interesting.
Moogle showing up, it's going to unleash its Mog of all ages. I
Yeah,
love the
Mog
English
of all
name.
ages. Interesting name.
さらに今度は爪の絵が描けるので、爪の絵を描きます。
A paw. So that's a bear
Next, we
paw
will draw a picture of a claw.
or claw. I
で
guess that
爪
makes
を
more
具
sense.
現化し
I
ま
mean,
す。
it does have claws.
And then we're going to render this claw as an attack.
Now you have 3 attacks. So what do we do those 3? How do we clear? Because there's no
で
Moogle
さ
on
ら
top.
に今度は牙が描けるようになったので牙の絵を描きます。
So now, a set of fangs become available.
Claw
so
and
we will
fangs.
depict that as our motif,
そしてさらに牙を具現化します。
and then render it as an attack.
Oh, now there's another thing over there. So that's after
これによ
4 then.
って全ての要素が揃ったので
So that's the rotation between
Madine
creatures.
だ。
How does this weapon and the landscape go
so
then?
now the canvas goes blank, and then there were symbols above the canvas.
They're
but
gone now.
We were able to fill the slots there, so we have yet another creature that was summoned, the Madine.
で具現化すると一番強い。
わあ
Medina, I don't think I've seen that before.
And then we can render it as an attack for a very powerful strike.
これがですね
What about the weapon and the landscape, I wonder?
一番左の生物の絵を描くっていうところの紹介でした
I wonder if landscape's gonna be buffs or
So that
something. Maybe
was,
not.
in a
though, who
nutshell,
knows?
how the creature motifs kind of go through its cycle. 吉田さんごめんなさい。一個英語
I
の
wanna
訳を
also
訂正させ
cycle
てくだ
through
さい
them
はい
さっきの
because
イマジンポンポン
right
の
now it
タ
doesn't seem
ーミノロジー
connected.
が
I'm sure they'll find a way to
ちょっとだ
connect
け
to
間
the
違えてまし
rotation.
た。So I'm sorry. I made a mistake when I was mentioning the Imagine Pom Pom move. It is not Living Muse. It was Palm Muse.
Okay, that makes more sense. Palm Muse.
いやでまあ絵を描く自体にもまあ間違った迅速
An explosion
Oops.
with
We
red.
used
後でまたやり
Swiftcast.
ます
はい
We'll do it again.
次こ
Oh,
の
the Swift
武器
pass.
の絵
Okay, so now going on to the weapon motif.
ここですね、さっきピクトウェポンしましたんで
So the first one is a
ハンマーが使えるようにな
hammer.
ってます
So now we can use the hammer.
ハンマーが具現化します
Going to render that as an attack.
Okay, so it didn't do anything. Oh, it gave you a buff. There's a 3 over there.
ほう
So it gave you a
使えるようになる
buff.
ので
Might be like a buff rotation,
これね
maybe.
結構長い間使えるんで使えますインスタントなので無影響3連マップで使える
Never mind, that was 3 hammer attacks.
So with the weapon motif, this is more like a combo with a very short, if not instant cast.
Yeah, you still
your
like 3
hammer
quick
combo, almost like
succession
a triple
hammers.
cast.
なので
Now you don't. Okay, so it's another
書
hammer.
いておいて
So is that like a
そ
separate
ろそ
thing
ろボスが激しい攻
where you
撃し
can
てくるぞって
accumulate, and
なったら
if you accumulate like off battle or something, then you can use those 3 attacks instant casting, like maybe even in between attacks. Actually, no, it seems to be a global
出さ
cooldown.
ないみたいなこともでき
Oh, what
ま
was
す
that last attack?
So a way to use the weapon motif would be to have it on standby, kind of depicted in your canvas, and then once you're ready to go in and
So it might be
deal,
that.
continuous damage, you can unleash your hammer combo so that you're continuously outputting damage.
で最
So I
後
guess you could
風景
save
の絵
it.
はリキャストタイムがかなり
You
長
can
い
do
です
that in sort of battles or when the boss is
Party buff.
casting something and you can't
Demo
attack
arcade.
it, things like that, maybe.
So next is the landscape motif. This one has a longer casting time because it is also the depiction for your party buffs.
So party buffs.
実行し
there,
ま
okay.
す
Executing.
Oh, that's a lot of buffs, actually.
はいこのまあ別にもっと広い範囲に効果あるんですけど
And it unlocked an attack. Is that
攻撃にも
heals?
転じられる
Was that heals? Is that like party heals or
Of course,
something else?
not only is it a buff, but you can also utilize it for attacks. The range is going to be wider because it's going to be a party buff.
で、こちらをですね
See?
展開中はですねさっきの説明した最初の魔法が無影響で使え
That
た
was
り
a lot of buffs.
5キャストまで無影響
And
で
it
使え
has
たり
a 2
するの
minute
で
cooldown, so yeah, that
ここ
is
組み
during
合わ
your
せてバー
burst.
スト無影響でするみたいな感じで開幕ローテーションとかバーストとか組んでいくことになります。
So with the landscape motif and the buff that you can apply to the party will allow for your ether hue, the magics that we explained earlier with the different colors in the palette, to be cast without the longer cast time. So if
Oh.
you want to say going into a battle and starting off with like a damage burst in the beginning of a battle, that might be a way to place your buff there and start off your battle with
So you might want to save the heather use
uh,
sometimes for when you have
optimal,
this
damage
for less
output.
cast time.
まあ今までの本当キャスターどのタイプとも似てないので、まあ最初ちょっと慣れるまでかもしれないけど、ちょっとだけ回し
No goal hammer
そんな
landscape.
に手に馴染んでるわけじゃないんでミスったら申し訳ないけど
So the Pictomancer is rather different from the other magic ranged DPS. So apologies, it's still getting used to how it moves around. But let me show you some examples of how a skill rotation might look like.
あれこの後どうすんだっけ
Oh, or you
そうだ
forgot.
ピットウ
Sorry.
ィングだった
The landscape buff. You see the cast time is a lot lower. Look at that. That goes so fast. With the buffs you get. Okay, that is pretty cool though.
賑やかですね。Looks very fancy.
まあ今みたいな感じで意外と一個ずつ説明するとまあエーション長いかもなって思うかもしれないけど、
うん
やること間に結構挟んでいけるので慣れてくるとすごくこういろんなことをやりながら楽しめるジョブになってるのでぜひぜひ触ってみていただければと思います。
I still think I prefer
So at
Viper,
first
but
glance, it might
Pictomancer is
look
pretty
like there's a
cool.
lot of cast time involved, but you are kind of weaving in different movements as you are doing things. So once you get used to it, I think it might be a fun way
Plus
to
the
kind of
landscape
maneuver
painting
around
does
what you
decrease,
need to do next.
Cooldowns. So
はい、
that's cool.
大体
Sorry,
今
not cooldowns. What's the
こん
name?
な感じでございます。もうね
Well, the
そ
global
ろそろ眠いぞ
cooldown
ってい
timer.
うコメントも日本の方からは見えているのでまあそりゃそうですよね。
It is
11時
getting
半で
very
す。
late at night in Japan now.
はい。
Moving along.
では大丈夫よね。どっちも
Yeah, when you pass
Ah,
party
it's
and
also
stuff. Well, we
it's
did
also
see that
good.
now.
It's
That was a
good.
lot of
It's
buffs as
also
well.
good.
It's like 5 of
Also
them or
good.
something. When they use the
ちょっと
landscape
久々に
painting.
メインジョブ変えてもいいかなって思うぐらいには
We got anything
で
else
きてるん
after?
で。
Oh, it's just healers.
So yeah,
I'll probably
both
just watch that on my own
jobs,
time,
of
to
course,
be honest.
with any job we introduce into
Oh,
an
we
expansion,
gotta
try to make it as
check
interesting
this
as we can.
afterwards though. New
But I think
characters?
both of these are pretty fun, so I'm hoping that perhaps we can persuade some people to change
Oh, there's
their
just spoilers
mains
though. Maybe I
again.
should wait until I do the MSQ in 6.55 because I haven't done that yet.
何時出社よってすごい
Fall Guys returning. Okay, we gotta check
Our
the stuff at the
Japanese
end
audience
first
have
though.
reached their bedtime. What time does Yoshida have to go to work tomorrow?
明日は午前10時に会社にいなきゃダメですね。
はい。
はい。
メディ
Yoshida
アツア
has
ー
to be at the
中
office at 10. Our media tour is going on in Japan right now.
明日はインタビューが始まるんです。
Lots and lots of interviews.
さっさ行きましょう。
はい。
じゃあ
Okay.
Alright, that seems to be all for
yeah.
this. Okay, the healer stuff, I'll probably just check. Honestly, just want to check White Mage. I'll check that on my own time. PvP update, what is this? Let me just briefly go over what they see on the screen here. Crystalline Conflict rank matches will be preseason between 7.0 and to 7.1. Honestly, don't care too much about ranking, so I don't mind. Reduced and crystal credit will be affected by wins and losses. New PvP actions. Actually, there's some adjustments. Existing maps are planned for 7.1. Viper&Pictomancer will be added in 7.0, so it's PvP as well. I mean, that would make sense. Okay. Oh, it says here as well 7.1. So the new actions for other jobs are only on 7.1. Got it. Alright, now, this is new characters. I just want to see what they look like. Koana and Bakul Jaja. Why do I feel like I've seen this character before? Did they show them like briefly or something? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it just reminds me of an NPC or something. I have no idea. I don't want to hear what they're saying until I actually do the MSQ in 6.55 because I haven't done that yet. I will probably do it this week, by the way, on the main channel if you want to check that. Other announcements. I know the Fall Guys collab is rerunning, but what's this? Mountain Zoo mount. So it's a collab? US only. Okay, I guess it doesn't really matter then. We got anything else? There was something else here, right? Immerse game pack. What the heck is a game pack? Oh, okay, I don't think that's related to the game itself. I think it's something else like audio signals. Not sure what that is. KFC Japan. Oh, look, bro, I was about to get excited because that emote is really cool, and I wonder if it was global. Never mind, Japan only. I guess you gotta go to KFC in Japan. Well, I'm certainly not doing that. I'm sorry. Do we got any update here? 48-hour maintenance. Muggle Trove treasure ends. No, that seems to be all. The PLL's on the 16th, the next one. Alright. Is there anything else afterwards? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Oh, wait, there was this, right? Pre-orders. Okay, probably not gonna get this. I like how the Asm Crystal looks, though. That is pretty cool. Alright, thank you all for watching, though. I'll be seeing y'all next time. If you wanna check us doing main story, the for 4.5, sorry, yeah, no, 6.55. Why am I saying 4? 6.55. It will be on the main channel, Silver Sane. We only do main story there for side quests and stuff. If we do them, like side storylines, we'll do like the raid storylines, the alliance raids, those for sure. We'll do it on the secondary channel. For main story, will be on the main channel. You can just look up Silver Sane. Without like the variety channel, secondary channel. I think I have it called secondary channel on this channel. Without that, and you can find it. Do be aware though, we mostly just do Honkai Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Honkai Gakuen 2 over there, so you might not see as much FF14. I'll do only the main story there, which does include Dawntrail when that comes out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and peace.